shadows in the atmosphere, charting the stratosphere. I prayed for you and kept you near, in hopes you chase away my fears. I'm on my own, you made it so, and now I'm chasing nightmares. I used to run with you through the great big leaves, laugh at you when you laugh at me. Hope for us because I believe the home is just you and me. I thought you were the one for me, that's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas, oh you meant the world to me.
Alrighty, stream time. Time for a bit of Rimworld. We got Baller in the chat saying banana for some fucking reason. Alrighty, let's get on into the game itself, nice and proper like. So, there's a few things that I've thought about recently that are actually fairly important, especially with the way that we've built our base, which means that it's either going to require us to completely rejig the base, or we need to continue to expand the ship and implementing this specific thing. Now, what is this thing? Well, I looked up a few videos that kind of gave an overall example of how you should build your ships, and the most important thing was having two entrances, which we do actually have two entrances. We have the back door here, and we have the side door here, so we already have that on lockdown. The other important thing was the primary entry point of the ship should be a long corridor. That way enemies have to go in one at a time, and then you have people at the end of the corridor that are shooting down through the corridor, which is something that we need to do. Now, this is why I said that we might have to rearrange the ship, or we'll simply keep on going until we get to a point where we can simply just expand the ship to implement this. So, the back door where the garage is, I think that we should keep the way that it is. Now, obviously, we made this a little bit of an improvement right here, bringing out the walls just a little bit on either side of the door. For now, this is going to be our main killing area, but at a later date, we need to implement the actual corridor, which should increase the survivability. Now, I can't do anything about the difficulty that we're going to be facing. One of the best ways is get rid of a lot of the high-value items that we have, but we kind of need them. Now, do we need 17,000 jade? Probably not. Do we need 2,800 gold? Probably not. But, nevertheless, we have them. And jade and gold, I don't really want to give up for obvious reasons. What did Banana say? What did Pollard say? It's like a real fat penguin. Not really, but sure, we'll go with that. Now, I don't remember why we're here. Obviously, probably for this facility. What is this location? What are we doing right now? Because I remember that we wasted a whole shit ton of time going for the Ark. Ah, it's a mechanator. But we wasted a whole bunch of time going for the Ark generator, which ended up not really being useful whatsoever. So, that was unfortunate. Now, do we have any enemies on the map right now? We appear to be clear. So we're probably just going to let a little bit of time pass, make sure that they're all fine and dandy and they got all their different requirements fulfilled. We might expand the hydroponics farm just a little bit, adding in 2 more hydroponics facilities because you can never have too much of this shit. which we're probably still going to be doing utility stuff simply because our primary food source right now is still meat. But I suppose we could start getting some rice up in here. It would definitely alleviate the constant need for hunting, and it appears as though we are out of corpses. Which, unfortunately, there's only Boomlope on the map, which does not help us right now. But let's let a little bit of time pass, especially for Ben to get over his little Dark Visions mental state. We'll give Ben some time to recover from it, and then we'll send in our 3 operatives, Sol, Sarah, and Ben, to go and explore the facility. However, until that point, there's really not a whole hell of a lot to do. And unfortunately, Ben is also the person who constructs shit, so we're just gonna have to kind of wait for him to finally get out of the mental state. Which, who knows how long that could take. So, in the meantime, we're going to kind of keep an eye on our wildlife. We probably could hunt the Boomalopes, but there's a good chance that the Boomalopes are just going to light their corpses on fire, which means then we can no longer get said meat. Let's also close the back door. We have no reason for them to be going through there. Actually, no, we should keep it open in case there is an attack immediately thing. They should theoretically go after the vehicles. Hey, Ben is no longer having dark visions. Sweet. So we'll let him recover a bit. He'll build some shit. And then we'll get this area done and get the hell out of here. Because this is not a good location. Manhunter pack. A Manhunter pack of Fennec Fox. Jesus, 41 of them. Okay. We're not going to be able to kill those. Okay, everybody is inside. We're just gonna shut the ship down, and they can do stuff inside. Whilst that would be amazing to get all of those Fennec Fox corpses, it's just a bit too much for us to handle. Excepting a child. Sorry, but no. What would be awesome right now is if a raid hit us, along with a Manhunter pack. That would be really nice. You're moving her to a safe temperature? It is a safe temperature in there, isn't it? 86. Why is it so warm in there? Why is it so warm in there? Which is totally not a weird way of saying that. Okay, then I guess we'll continue with this little trend that we've been doing, which is expanding the heating and cooling pads. And it's already automatically on rice. Perfect. Knock it off. Do we have plastic? Yeah, we do have plastic. Okay. So we can make all these pads. Why is it so warm in here? Is it because of the sun pads? I know they do produce heat, but... I do not know. We got a little prisoner down here. What are you? You are the vampire, and you have no legs because we took your legs. Maybe we are the barbarians here, and not other people. Maybe we're the assholes. I mean, after all, we just took this man's legs from him so that he can't escape. Maybe we are the evil people. Oh, good, the mechs are awake. Oh! I don't know what happened in there. The foxes are upset. If only more of the foxes were upset, that would be wonderful. There's also a boomalope that's upset. So do they actually have Scaria, or is it just... Yeah, they do have Scaria. Most unfortunate. There's not much that we can do. We want the Mechanator Mechlink from here. Simply because having some mechs aboard the ship would be so nice. But unfortunately, we have a absolute clusterfuck of Fennec Foxes. There's still 25. That's still probably too much for us to handle. I mean, I guess I'd be willing to try. I'm probably gonna regret it. Let's just drop a save quick. This is testing. Open the door. Now they won't immediately... Oh, no, they will immediately know that the door's open. Evil ass things. Ah, they're all rotting corpses. Oh, but there are some fresh ones. Oh no. Get out of there. Not entirely sure why that did that. There we go. It's all taking the worst possible path there. Majority of them are rotten. That sucks. Okay, zone. Make a dumping zone for corpses. There you go. Alright, soul. Stink exposure, lung rot from Ben. Can we get those out of there, please, so that we stop having lung rot? Thank you. Okay, I need all three of you there. That can be unsuspended. Actually, the rotting corpses can stay unsuspended. Nope. I'm sorry, but your shenanigal bullshit is not allowed. Sarah and Ben, you're both gonna have to deal with this gas fella. Perfect. Marvelous. I don't know why I've recently become obsessed with that word, but I have. Those of you who have seen the most recent episode of Modded Survival may have noticed that I am utterly obsessed with that word all of a sudden. Marvelous. Utterly marvelous. That's a problem. Let's not go in that room. Transport pod crash. Mel. What is a Mel? Mel is a bat. Mel is definitely a bat. Proficient in long range and very agile, but suffer in short range combat. No. Sorry, but no. Oh, my mouse is blinking red at me. It's low on battery. That's less than ideal. Oh, that's a little bit better. I'm gonna take this one room at a time. I'm gonna do the middle one first, because I forgot the upper one existed. So, hey! That could be opened at some point. That's a problem. Don't go in there. Might be able to deconstruct it before it. Nope. Shit. Yep, and that's why these things are annoying. I need that not to turn into a firestorm, please. There we go. How utterly marvelous. We have solved the issue. Alright, you three are free to do as you please. That doesn't need to be deconned anymore. That can stay there. And we'll let some time pass. Okay, please extract the medical link. That needs to be urgently hauled as well. Unfortunately, they're also hauling the rotting corpses, but whatever. We have box corpses. How is wildlife? Honestly, we have what I wanted, which was the Mechanator mech link. So we could just leave. I have no reason to stay here, I don't think. I don't know where the fuck they put it. There's also the problem with toxic waste packs. What the fuck? Why did that one trigger? Whatever. Oh my god, it is hot as fuck in there. No, dumbass. It is blisteringly hot in there. No, I didn't want... Fine, whatever. It's a good thing the entire structure is made out of granite, because granite doesn't burn. You come here, you come here. Oopsies. And you come here. Okay, that's inconsequential. That is also inconsequential. And behind door number 3, utterly useless. Now what the fuck? I can't deconstruct it? That's weird. Is there a mech still running around? Maybe it just can't be deconstructed. Weird. Ah, good. We're making joints. And a fair? Roman, how fucking dare you? How fucking dare. So, please board the driver. Ah, right. You have no fuel. Oh, we have no fuel, period. Ben, would you get the fuck out of there? Out! Dumbass. There, that worked. The main thing I wanted to do is make a set so 1 by 1. They'll still be able to damage both the mule and the highwayman, but now I can put soul right there and they have to come in 1 at a time, rather than coming in 2 at a time and potentially doing more damage. Just start shredding mechs. At this point, I don't really care. And then how much steel have we got? Oh shit, do we not have any steel? Okay, well then here, do this. Forever. Merry Christmas. You have something to do. Yeah, we're completely out of steel. Jesus. Psychic drone. That's not good. Do we at least have full tanks? Okay, we do have full fuel tanks. That is very good. That is very good. Yeah, there's chem fuel going into the network. We just don't have chem fuel, which means we need trees. I believe cactus gives wood. Not a lot, but better than nothing, I guess. Stoll has been dazed. Why? Psychic drone. Okay, fair. Let's move that over just a little bit. That way I can have yet another hydroponics facility. We're only growing, ladies and gents. We also need research. Right now, flak armor is our best armor. I believe the next armor tier is recon. After flak. That being said, I could go into Rimarsenal. Because there is the medic armor. Who's my medic? Stoll is my medic. She's also the melee. That's not ideal. We might have Harrogate do medical. Wonderful. Heel root, cotton, smoke leaf, psychoid, rice. Do we have... No, we don't. Let's just pause that for now, because I want hops so we can start doing beer brewing. Start brewing some beer. Alright, you know what? Let's just get the fuck out of here. We got what we wanted. That is probably too much of a challenge for us right now. What is this down here? Arc Industrial Complex. I mean, I guess we could start making our way over to it. That way, if we ever make an actual base, we can utilize the Arc. But at the same time, the whole purpose of having the ship and building the ship into a base is that it is a base ship. A ship base. A shippy base. Habitat? Bunnies! It's a bunny habitat. How utterly bizarre. The habitats mean that it's an area that is perfectly tailored for that specific animal to live there, but I'm pretty sure rabbits can live anywhere because there are 9 billion rabbits where I live. I'm not even kidding. You can literally drive down the street in the morning and count like 9 rabbits on the way to work. And it's a 5-minute drive. Like, it's crazy. Exploding animals, Jesus. That would probably be really good for a primitive start, simply because if everything explodes violently, raids could be really good. Dealing with raids. Make them just attack the volatile creatures. Alright, let's go to the hare habitat. Yes, I've had a rabbit. However, I'm pretty sure it is not okay for us to hunt rabbit, especially inside of city limits. Because we don't live inside of a small town. Inside of a small town, it'd probably be a little bit better, but we're in a big town. That's right, I forgot about these POIs. Was there anything that was close and interesting? Not really. Is there anything on the way that's interesting? I fucking hate the ruins. Generating map. Just use high caliber unsuppressed. I'm pretty sure that would get us thrown in jail. Thruster breakdown. How dare. Alright, let's do our usual ritual, which is see if there's any resources on the map before we let these idiots go. Plenty of components and steel, but I'm not particularly after that. What the fuck is that? That's ground runners. Any ore around the map. I would love it if you would give me some good ore. Especially the high value stuff, which probably would only make the raids worse. In hindsight, maybe I shouldn't be looking for ore. But I can't help it. It's like an addiction. I'm on a new map. I gotta figure out what the fuck is here. And then pillage it for all it's worth. There's literally like nothing on this map. Holy shit. Yeah, there's nothing on the map other than stealing components. Okay, well, at the very least, it'll be a fantastic way of getting a whole bunch of wood as well as animals for food. And then wildlife. Oh, yeah, there's plenty of food. Food on legs. Rabbits! Holy rabbit! We're having rabbit for dinner, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, crows are assholes. That is a lot of rabbit. That is almost a full page of rabbit. Well, we're going to be hearing a fuckload of gunfire here in a bit. Rare thrumbos. I do like me some thrumbos. I wonder, do the basic thrumbos still have the fear roar ability? Thrumbo roar. Interesting. But I think the alpha thrumbo is the better one. Everybody wake up. Time to cause some problems. Shoot it. Kill it. Marvelous. Oopsies. Marvelous. The other ones go. Wonderful. Now for the last thrumbo. Perfect. Just what we wanted. I just realized a problem now. These are gonna have to be moved. I wonder if it resets them every time. Let's make 3 more beds in there, and those are specifically going to be hospital beds for the prisoners. A masterwork hospital bed. Well, steel bed, but regardless. See what I tell you? So many bullets flying. You're a hussar. Ooh, a hussar would be really nice. That is bullshit. Section Sigma would not have a peace treaty with anyone. They're hostile permanently to everybody. I mean, if they're both attacking at once, I can literally just take off and not have to deal with them. Sure, we'll take a hussar. Ben, what has you so pissed off? Your daughter died. Right, I forgot about that. You were insulted twice. What an asshole. You're in pain. You're in pain? Long rot. Oh! You're a child still. Oh, that's so good. That sounds like a really strange thing to say, but it's a good thing that he's a child and that he's only 9 years old, because that means that his go juice dependency is not active yet. That only hits, I think, when they hit 18. Or maybe it's 17. Regardless, though, that is really nice. That is really nice. That also means we still need to find a place for a school. We could put it in the lab. I mean, it's not the greatest location, but it is a... Oh, wait, that's right. We have the school down here. Never mind. That being said, we could move it and just have more space for the garage. That is a possibility of something that we could be doing. How is there still 0 chem fuel? Ah, because it's all going into tanks. Okay, fair. Schedule. You are on permanent recreation. Simply because that's basically all children can do. Major break risk. Ben, what in the fuck, dude? Sad youngster. They're not fucking sad. Ready apparel. Wait, what? Ready apparel? Then take it the fuck off. Replace it, you dumb shit. Why do I always have to set this up? Soldier. I think it's 55 that you want it. Yeah, I need another workshop as well. But in order to do any of that, I need more grav cores. That's actually perfect. I might have another one in here simply for the cabinets, because I know that they put like a car radiator right there. They put shit in these. Ah, we're out of steel. Okay. Thank you, Ben. I require 2 of those, please. Marvelous. Utterly and extremely marvelous. Didn't the Mechlin count? Apparently not. That's annoying. Okay, let's stop doing that. Thank you, Ben. I appreciate you. Now, how are we doing for power? We still have way more than enough. Shut down that one then. Yeah, perfect. We don't need to be burning more uranium than we actually need. It's gonna be so nice when we get up to the point where we could research the starship reactor. Because at that point, we get the Penrose power generator. And this thing requires stupid amounts of power. 100,000 power, and it does not require any fuel. It's so good. It's so good, but it's so far away. I could power the entire ship infinitely with just probably 1. It's awesome. But I think they're also stupid expensive as well. Manhunter pack, a Manhunter hair pack. Oh my god, there are 60 of them. That's not what you like to see. You sit with the child. Go, go, go. The fuck is happening over here? Oh, the Thrumbo. You never picked that one up. Holy shit. If you ever want to know what an angry rabbit sounds like, that's it. They're fucking evil. Ben, you could not be going any slower. Just one hit every single time, just murdering rabbits. This just might be the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And that's saying something. I've seen some pretty dumb shit in my life. This might be the dumbest. I fucking love it. I fucking love it. Absolute fucking stupidity. And I love it. Well, I just deleted the rabbit corpses. No. We're not doing this. Ben, come here. Barely got in time. I'm not dealing with that thing. Thing is obnoxious. Alright, let's unload some chem fuel quick. That way we can fill up the mule and we can move them. Growth moment! Potts is now a child. Remain as a colonist. I am going to need a barracks. But for right now, somebody can just live in this hole. Because I legit do not have something better for you. I'm sorry, but also kind of not sorry. Somebody can have the cubby hole. I could also have somebody live with the power reactors. I'm sure that a fission reactor won't have any potential side effects. I'm sure they won't get radiation poisoning. No, why would they? Why would you ever assume that? This game loves throwing manhunters at me. So I think I have a better idea. I think I'm actually going to put right here Soul, and then here, 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 and here we'll have the rest of our combatants. I think that'd be better. Because any enemy can go through the vac barrier. But I only want them coming in one at a time, and they can just bypass the vehicles. So, you know. Let's do some research here real quick. We need beer brewing. We can make wine racks? A civilized storage rack designed to hold wine and other alcoholic beverages for enjoyment or trade. Items stored inside will not deteriorate over time. You can hold 10. No, you can store 100. Or however many that would be. Luxury spirits, simple spirits, wine, and beer. Interesting. Hey, there we go. No, I want you to get in the fucking mule. You, in. Ben, out. Dude. Why? It's fucking weird sometimes, I swear. Alright, close that door. I keep on forgetting that I need to keep it open. That way, when enemies come to attack, they can just go through there. I'm smart. What are you doing? Can you not do that in the corpse pile of all fucking places? You dumb shit. Wait, what? That room was open? Oh, probably because of Sol and Roman. What in the fuck? Why are you wearing... You know what? Never mind. A mechanoid cluster. That's interesting. Oh, an EMI dynamo. Shit. Can we still take off? I think we can. Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. Sarah, please get the fuck in there. Haha, just in time. Opponent stockpile and an ancient garrison. Yeah, sure, why not? See ya! Don't want to deal with ya. Watch them just come back onto the new map. And I have to deal with them regardless. Oh good, the complex is on an ice sheet. Just what I love. Oh, hello, deconstructing tool. How I love you. Well, if the underground area is just a component stockpile, I don't really care about it because I don't really need components, but I guess there's the possibility of giving us something different. Oh, that's right. Okay, I do have it unlocked. There could be other shit down there, so I probably should go into the underground anyway. How do I act? And then we also have this uplink here, which means we could do space shit. Not everybody has a vac suit, but I think that should be fine, as long as we can get those air pumps up and running. And then we can just set up a thing so that they don't leave if they're not supposed to. Gold! There's gold in them there hills. Oh, right. Doors. No. Growth moment, Avery. Optimist or beautiful? Probably beautiful considering you get into fights a lot. It probably would be smarter if I used a, whatchamacallit, nutrient paste dispenser rather than making meals. But making meals makes them not annoyed. Dark visions. Then go fucking eat something, you dumb shit. Don't have a mental snap, just eat something. You're all fucking idiots. Need to monitor the power grid. Why does it always move the vehicles? What in the fuck? Oh. It's Ben doing Ben things. You know, I've noticed something recently. And that is, in my most recent world, as well as this world, because I have two different worlds now, my constructor, my dedicated person who's a constructor, is always old. Or middle-aged, usually. Like Ben, for example. He's 69 years old. I believe on my other save, my constructor is like 50-something. Why is it that all of a sudden all my constructors are middle-aged? I mean, if you know how to play Rimworld, it's fun. It's always entertaining to play, but you need to learn how to play it properly. Which is why I always say that you should ask me for any tips if you need them. Because I can give you that information. We're also gradually working through all of our components, which I do like. Marvelous. And then I believe tomorrow I already know what game we're going to play. I think we're going to be playing a game that I've recently become obsessed with, which is basically think either Stalker or Escape from Tarkov, but 2D. It's called Zero Sievert. So we'll probably be playing that tomorrow. Okay, you know what? We're actually going to do the idea I just had. You need to move there. Ben, you and I are about to get real comfortable with one another. No, I need hops, not rice. I have the entrance right there. Please prioritize that. Thank you. This also means that I can remove this flooring and reclaim some of my silver that I used on it. The fuck are you on about, baller? Wood-fired generator. How's generator gonna get a job now? Honestly, wood-fired generators aren't that great. They're good early game when you don't have other power alternatives, but once you have a source of chem fuel, it's far better to use chem generators. Mix that with geotherms when you gain access to them, as well as the solar and wind generators with batteries. I'm aware it's a joke. I just don't care. Move that there. Move that there. Alright, now here's where it gets difficult. Oh, that's right. I do need that butcher's table. Oops. Production. Where the fuck is it? There it is. Yeah, I do need that butcher's table. Ben, what the fuck are you doing? Building a steel dining chair. Where in the fuck are you going that you're getting steel? Well, so apparently we're out of steel again. Yeah, sometimes it's a good idea to go into orders and start using the planning tool to kind of designate where you want stuff. I usually just keep on doing what you're doing, which is just keep on adding things wherever they kind of fit. I usually don't do actual dedicated plans. Okay. And then power, deconstruct the conduits, please. Now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna wait for Ben to fully wake up and make sure that we have all the resources we need for it, which we should have everything close by. We're gonna put the nutrient paste dispenser just like that. Yeah, it has to be like that. Which means that's gonna have to get destroyed. Perfect. And then those can be anything. Making small adjustments. The Mechanator is the human, but yes, you can, so if you go into the machining table, you can also, actually no, I think that's modded. But you can go into the machining table and you can add the queue, Shred Mechanoid or Drone. Drones were added in, Odyssey, so probably just be Shred Mechanoids. And then you can get various different parts from them. You can also specifically set it so that friendly mechs aren't deconstructed, simply because you can resurrect mechs. Otherwise, there are a few different mods. One mod, it adds a queue in the Fabricator, and it gives you a lot higher level loot from them, but it's also purely based off of a chance thing. And then if you have the Archaeotech mod that I have, more Archaeotech garbage, then you can start getting the Archaeotech fragments from them. But again, both of those are mod. Otherwise, it's purely the machining table, and I believe you can also do it off of the crafting spot, which I think is Smash Mechanoids. Yeah, Smash Mechanoids, which gives you significantly less resources. So it's usually better just to stockpile the mechanoid corpses and wait until you have the machining table. Which, machining doesn't take that long to get. I mean, if you go into your research tree, it's smithing and then machining. So, it's not that difficult to get. Ben... Ben. You're already working on it, never mind. There. Do not care about slaves. Raider Lair. That would be difficult, because the Miho are a pain in the ass to deal with. Actually, you know what? Let's set this up so it's only meat. Is that including insect meat? No, it's not. Okay. Get the fuck out of my base. Honestly, though, going back to power production, like I said, wood-fire generators aren't that good. You want chem fuel ones, they're far more efficient. And it's honestly not that hard to get chem fuel. You could either tame boomalopes, if we're talking about pure vanilla, tame boomalopes, or get this, which is the biofuel refinery, which again comes from the research, biofuel refining. And then you can literally just have it set up to produce chem fuel from either organic stuff or wood. And organic stuff is literally like food and stuff. So like you could literally, if you have a lot of insects that you're dealing with, you can literally just set up a queue so that you only turn insect meat into chem fuel. Or alternatively, if you don't mind dealing with the debuff, you could butcher humans and then use the human meat once again as a source of chem fuel. So it's far better. You have... I've never actually played around with hydroelectric, so I wouldn't actually know. I've never really been on maps that have rivers on them, because it's never really been that important to me. Ever since Odyssey came out, it's more useful, simply because you have the whole fishing now, but otherwise I have no idea. 16 of them. Bill goes there, Sarah goes there, Ben goes there, Avery goes in there, Roman goes right there, Harrogate goes right there, Potts goes right there. Actually, you guys can just stay in your bedrooms. We should also be using our defensive position mod. If I had to guess, I would say hydroelectric is probably similar to windmill in that it depends on how much water is flowing through the area, and thus will change how much power is producing, but it could also just be a flat rate. Oh, whoops. Hello? Come here. Here, you stupid things. Come on. I know you wanna. That's good, dog things. Dumbass, watch where you're shooting. You just got so confused. Why? Why? What happened? For why are you confused? Nope, I need a corpse pile. There, corpse pile. Oh, please. You can smoke a cigarette or whatever it was later. Great, both of them got food poisoning. Thank you, game. You're so generous. Oh, that's right. I need a brewing spot. I need a brewery. Fuck you. Needs a workshop. It should count for kitchen. Let us get a wine rack. Where in the fuck am I gonna put a wine rack, actually? Put it right there. Isn't there a thing? Maybe I'm thinking of a different mod. Syndicate. Ooh. Ooh, plasma weaponry. Exterminator armor. Synapse armor. What? Does not compute. That's for all the anomaly shit. You know what? Fuck it. Research it. Stop getting food poisoning. Yeah, well, now you shitlords have to use nutrient paste, so. Buffalo! That may be true, but it's also a power producer, which means that if it's not protected by walls, raiders may end up attacking it. In fact, they'll probably end up attacking it. I do not want to have to deal with Xenos characters, so fuck off. Starvation. Because by and large, the way that raiders work is... Okay, no, I'm not dealing with that. I will deal with the majority of mental breaks. I'm not letting you do an insulting spree. Fuck off. The way that raiders work is... There are a couple of different ways in which raiders will attack. There is the immediate attack. Well, first of all, there is them spawning at the border. And there is the immediate attack where they will immediately upon spawning, they will target something of high value or a colonist. And if they can't reach anything like that, they'll essentially go into destroy all mode, where they will actively attack walls and stuff. The second form is of spawning on the side of the map is prepare beforehand, where basically they'll spawn, but they won't target anything. They'll go to a specific area and they'll kind of hang out. And then once they begin their attack, they'll do the same thing. They'll target whatever has the highest value that they have available to them, or they'll target colonists. Now, an important thing to know is that if you have animals, any animal that you can say, I need this animal to go to this zone, zonable animals is what they're called, they will attack those as well. However, farm animals that have to be within a pen, they will ignore. They will not attack those. So they'll attack whatever they have access to. And again, if they don't have access to anything, they'll immediately start attacking walls and stuff to try and get to you. The next form is drop pods. And again, it's immediate and waiting for a time. But there's also siege, where they'll drop in, they'll go to a specific area, and they'll start making mortars, and they'll start pounding you until they either run out of ammo or they just give up. And that one, you actively have to go out and engage them, because otherwise they will literally just pound your location with mortars. Now, if you're living in a mountain, it does not matter, because they can't get through the mountain with mortars. But nevertheless. So, as a result, if you don't have anything outside except for maybe those water generators, that is considered an item of value and they will attack it. So, but interestingly enough, walls do not count as something of value, which means that you may have an odd random raider go and attack the walls for some fucking reason, but the majority of raiders will ignore an area that is within walls, preferring to attack something that they actively have access to. So that's one of the things, like, especially in the new version, something as stupid and simple as a stool. They'll attack the stool because it has value. And interestingly enough, with the way the cover works now and how raids work, raiders will immediately try to find the closest location that provides cover, which means that you can abuse that. Because I believe the stool provides cover. Yeah, a stool provides 20% cover. Compare that to something like a wall, where a wall provides 75% cover. So they'll try to get into a location that is good cover. So you can literally abuse that mechanic by literally just putting stools everywhere in the battle area. Because then they will either choose to attack the stool, or they'll choose to use the stool as cover, which means that they have incredibly poor cover, and it's far easier for your colonists to shoot them compared to something like a wall or even a pine tree, because where's cover? Pine trees have 25%. So yeah, just little things like that that you should try and remember and utilize and abuse on the enemies. Because the enemies will always be a massive threat. And another thing that you should always be pushing for, obviously there are various different researches that are important to a certain degree, something like passive cooling or stone cutting or carpet making or beer brewing, all these different things, even the various different forms of generation, like solar panels, water mills, and geothermal. But at the end of the day, what is most important is research things that are vital for survival. What is vital for survival? Armor. You need armor. So getting flak armor as quickly as you can is vital. After that, going into gunsmithing and getting all the different guns. When it comes to arming your colonists, the 3 bread and butter weapons, especially if we're talking about vanilla: shotguns, assault rifles, sniper rifles. Those 3 classes of weapons. You want to give your best shooting characters sniper rifles. You want to give your moderate characters the assault rifles or the shotguns, depending on where they are. And you want to use them strategically, Like, for this exact situation, let's say that both of these doors are open and I got raiders coming in. I would want to put a colonist with a shotgun right here. You don't want to put them right here. Well, I guess it would be a good idea to put them right here because they have cover from this wall. They also will have, it's very close range, and shotguns obviously benefit from close range. You don't want them standing here while your enemy is way out here. You're not going to hit them. You want them in close quarters, which is why grav ship is so great. Whereas with your sniper, you definitely want long corridors that they can easily pelt enemies from a distance with. And then assault rifles are just basic mid-range. You need to focus on things that are essential for survival over things that are more useful in general. Like auto doors. You don't need auto doors. Are auto doors useful? Absolutely. They increase the efficiency. Because unless you have doors held open like what I do here, because what this door open here means is that raiders, and more importantly, animals, can go straight through the door. But the reason why I have them open is because it slows down colonists. When a colonist tries to open a door, they have to stop and they have to open the door. Whereas auto doors, they open automatically, so it's very quickly. They can transition between rooms without having to slow down. Now, is this necessary when you can just hold the doors open? No, auto doors are not necessary. That's more of a luxury thing. So you want to save something like auto doors and stuff like that for when you're in a situation that is a lot more stable, You want protection for your colonists, you want turrets, you want good weapons. Those are the 3 most important things. Everything else is either on a need basis, like if you're running out of power production, If you absolutely need a better source of power production, get it. Otherwise, save it for later. That's kind of how you want to do your research. Because if all of your colonists die, that's it. It's game over for your colony. So you want to make sure that your colonists are capable of surviving any engagement that they're coming across. Now, unfortunately, turrets suck ass. Which is why, if you have Anomaly... I can't actually do it because I don't have Anomaly unlocked. But within Anomaly... Actually, it might show on the turrets. No, it doesn't. But anyway, with Anomaly, they add something known as a turret pack. And it's literally a turret that you can drop down on the ground. It's self-powered, so you don't have to bring power lines over to it. It's better than the standard mini turrets. Because it's been so long since I've done vanilla. As far as I'm aware, mini turrets are like the only thing you really have. You know? And mini turrets are shitty as hell. They're not good. They're very inaccurate. But you get enough of them, they'll hit something. So it's always good to have them. But the turret pack is significantly more accurate, and you can deploy it wherever the hell you need it, as a distraction or as another gun on the battlefield. So definitely get turret packs as quick as you can. Obviously, that means dipping into Anomaly, which we all know why that might not be such a good idea. Also, another really important thing, especially for your melee characters, where is it? Shields. Shields are so good for melee units. Just the basic shield belt. This thing is fantastic because it stops all incoming projectiles and shrapnel, which means your melee units can get in there without having to constantly take damage. Now, obviously, it doesn't block melee damage, but your melee specialist is obviously specialized in melee, so whatever they're beating up with their melee weapon, odds are they're probably better. But just little things like that you just kind of need to be focused on and doing. Do we have medicine production yet? We do. Do until you have 30. I need storage somewhere. There's not really anywhere I can put storage. I want to keep the general design of it. I mean, I have plenty of room to expand into, but I want to keep the general design. So I need to continue to expand outwards. Nice. Also, really important thing to know, if you have Odyssey and you plan on making grav ships, be very careful because for some fucking reason, raiders can steal ship engines and your grav engine. And the grav engine, you have to wait like a super long time to get the quest again to get another grav engine. So always make sure, you know, ship thrusters, grav ship thrusters, they're not overly expensive, at least the small thrusters, but when you start getting to some of the other ones, you definitely want to protect them. And the grav engine, you want to make sure that they cannot access under any circumstance. So if you're playing around with grav ship, if you have Odyssey, just keep that in mind. Yeah, that is something that can happen. It's annoying as shit. And they shouldn't be able to do it, but they can. Ooh, a bulk goods trader. Who is my, Roman? Hello, I would like to sell you some furs and leathers. As well as take anything of particular value from you. Take that, take that. I don't want components. I do, however, want to sell you all of this shit. This is specifically why I'm buying pretty much whatever the fuck I want, because I have so much furs. So many furs. Too many furs, one might say. Gravelite panels, I will always take those. Plasteel, I'll always take a little bit of that. I'll take a book. Books are super useful. Do you have any gold? You do have gold. I'll take some gold as well. Alright, back to the furs. Then we'll go to clothing. And get rid of some of the shitty clothes that we have. Fucking wonderful. Marvelous. We just got rid of a whole bunch of shit that was taking up a whole bunch of space. Fucking marvelous. And we even got some cash on the side. And some other goodies that are useful for us. So this right here, Nutrinamine, always make sure you buy Nutrinamine. Because there are specific things that are super, super useful. I'm not using it currently because I'm being an idiot. But penoxycyllin, or however the fuck it's said. This stuff works like antibiotics. So basically every 5 days, you want people to use this because what it does is it prevents new infections. As it says, it doesn't cure existing infections, because one thing that can happen is, you know, when you get all of a sudden it's like 17 people just got the flu, that counts as an infection. So they can be in a colonist invisibly and not active, and then it appears as an event. What this does, penoxycyllin, is it prevents you from getting them. So it prevents malaria, sleep sickness, as well as the plague. And these three are super heavy hitters. So to be able to prevent these is phenomenal. Next thing up is Go Juice. Go Juice is fantastic to give to your combatants because it increases their movement speed, it increases their melee skills as well as their shooting skills. Not only that, but it even helps for psi casters. Go Juice is so fucking useful, and it's not super addictive. So what you want to do is you want your combatants to carry Go Juice on them, and then when they enter battle, you can just select all your combatants, and then there'll be a single button somewhere on your bar that'll say ingest Go Juice or use Go Juice or whatever the fuck it is, and it just generally makes them better. And even if they get a Go Juice Go Juice addiction, it's the same as penoxycyllin every 5 days. Furthermore, if you can get a lot of it, Luciferium is not as scary as people think it is. That being said, it's also not as powerful as people think it is. Luciferium has a 100% addiction rating. If anybody takes Luciferium, they are addicted. But it provides a lot of general boosts. So if we go into like the health tab, it, I believe, increases consciousness, manipulation, blood flow, blood pumping, breathing, and I think sight, which in general just increases the overall performance of your colonist. So I believe that one is every 15 days. I could be wrong. It's been a long time since I've used Luciferium because I usually don't get a lot of it. But before you give it to anybody, you want to make sure you have a healthy stockpile. You know, you maybe want 40 Luciferium because that'll take your colonist a while to go through, especially if you've only got one person that is using Luciferium. Hussars are fantastic for that because Hussars already have fantastic skills. So the Hussar, which is a base game, they have phenomenal shooting and melee capabilities. Not only that, but they have a natural Go Juice dependency. They automatically come with, they need to ingest Go Juice. So if you give them Luciferium on top of that, it just makes them ungodly powerful war machines. So keep that in mind. That being said, if you've only got like 7 Luciferium or something like that, don't give it to anyone, because Luciferium is very, very rare. You don't find it a lot. You want to make sure that you have a large stockpile of it. That way, when you do give it to somebody and they keep up their timers, like, if we go into Go Juice, where is the intervals? Safe dose. No, not safe dose interval. Where the fuck is? There it is. Addiction need dose interval. So you can actually look it up if you have Luciferium. You can find this specific thing, and this will tell you how frequently they need to take Luciferium. And what you want to do is you want to make sure that it's right dead on that number. You know, obviously with Go Juice is 2.7 days, so you probably want to put it for every 2 days rather than simply rounding it up to 3 days, because that means that there's going to be roughly 7, 8, 9. You're going to have a couple of hours where they're going to be miserable, you know? So, you want to keep that in mind. But anyway, I think I've talked more than enough about inconsequential shit like that. You have a Muffalo self-tamed. Slaughter the Muffalo, please. You're really drawing inside of the freezer. You're a fucking idiot. You're gonna get hypothermia. I fucking told you. But you're an idiot. I need to do this before I forget to do it. Come here, you idiots. Where the fuck are you? Why are you down there? Whoops. The hell is that? Rusted filing cabinet. It looks like an arcade machine. An arcade cabinet. Ooh, hello. Can any of you do that? No. Arrow. Come here. Shit. Kill it. Thank you. Fucking evil thing. Come on. There it goes. Ow. Fuck me. Alright, you guys stand in front of each of the doorways just in case anything tries to come through. Harrogate, please hack that terminal. Turret reprogrammed. Turret right there. Okay, no turrets in there. I hear those motherfucking drones. That's less than I do. Exactly what I was trying to avoid. God, I fucking hate these stupid hunter drones. Go, leave. Automated weapons? What? For fuck's sakes, your stupid fucking ideology. I fucking hate psychic drones. They're so stupid. They seriously are. Like, seriously? Moderate psychic drone, -31. Why? This game is already enough of a pain in the ass. Why do you have to add stupid shit like that? Fucking devs. No. Seriously, sometimes I just outright fucking hate the devs. These stupid psychic drones should not be a thing. And if they need to be a thing, they should not be as brutal as they are. It's so unnecessary. God. Oh, hello. Fucking choke. Battle animals have wandered in. Group of overgrown colossus. I'm pretty sure those aren't battle animals, but I'll take your word for it. They're rare, I'll give you that. But I wouldn't say they're battle animals. Not a single fucking thing you can do against them. It's just, you're going to take damage. It's fucking asinine. Come on, game. Artillery shells, what the hell? Why are both of you in there? These fucking things in here. Oh, because they're my creatures now. Great, I get to deal with them. This stupid psychic drone is over. Man, oh my god, what the fuck is wrong with you? What? Oh. Love it, God. Does it just keep stacking on one another? Does appear to be that way. Hypothermia. What? How the fuck do you have hypothermia? Because you were outside, weren't you? Fuck you and your stupid turret bullshit. Once they're on their way there, let's quickly do a scan. Get all the containers. It does appear to be all of them. The hell is that? Modular LMG. Interesting. 24 gold. There's gold. Good, very good. We're starting to get a nice stockpile of chem fuel once more. It's getting up there. And that's what I like to see. And this room will slowly warm back up as heat bleeds off from the school. That being said, I suppose I could put these in here. All three of you enter. I know, I'm giving you a shit ton of work, but deal with it. Ooh, lots of components. Fucking annoying wasps. Come on. Come on. Nice. Thank you. Enter the stockpile. I need a hacker. Go. Not combat tech game. Thank you. Or reprogrammed. Oh, I didn't even know there was a north. Blast door opened. Thanks, game. That's super useful. Go beat the fuck out of some stuff. Wonderful. Hello, friendly turret. I appreciate you. This could potentially open up this blast door. It does. All of you, beat the fuck out of it! Marvelous. Are there any beds in here? There are no beds. Okay, well, I guess you're just gonna have to sleep on the floor. Oh, no way. Psychic Emanator. Bro, let's go. We got some Hyperweave, always good to see. That is awesome. That is so good. Alright, start feeding the shit up to the surface, and then you yourselves can go to the surface. Opponents unavailable, that's fine. Ooh, there's some heavy flak armor. I'll also take that. Why, thank you. And then urgently haul all of that stuff, please. And then Avery can have that another set of heavy flak. That does mean that we're gonna have to make another heavy flak helmet as well as a pair of flak pants. Pair of flak pants. Where is the heavy flak helmet? There it is. I'm going to need one of each, please. And now they can do whatever the fuck they want because we're done this map. You trap some people in your generator room on accident. That sounds like a really poor life choice, I'm not gonna lie. However, if you can... Stop it. However, if you can really spike the temperature in that generator room, they will get heat stroke and pass out if they don't break out first. So that is a fantastic method that you could use. Not doing that. Might go for the ruins. The pristine ruins. It is also 2 o'clock, but I think we're going to stream just a little bit longer. I'm feeling good right now. Incoming mechanoids. That's not what you like to hear. Where the fuck is that psychic emulator? Where did you dumbasses put it? There it is. I see it. I can see clearly now. It's right over here. Yeah, let's put it in the prison. Actually. Yeah, let's put it in the prison. Actually, no. Let's put it in right here, because then I can also hit hospital. Which the hospital is already affected, so I guess it's not super good. Yeah. You can just put it right... Actually, no, we want... No, yeah, we'll do it right here, because we're also hitting the production area as well as the prison. Whilst this one is hitting the hospital. So that should be good. Marvelous. Utterly marvelous. Apparently nobody wants the cubby hole. Not that I can blame them. Black pants? Made. You guys do wear the flak pants, right? With the flak armor? Oh. Do you not? No, you do. No, you don't. You don't have the heavy flak armor. So they can't wear they can't wear flak pants. That's annoying. But I suppose acceptable. Well, then why the fuck are you outside the ship, you dumb fuck? Alright, apparently you just can't be trusted. So you know what? Stay inside the ship. You dumbass. Okay, let's go into the world map. We're gonna hit up the Ark Industrial Complex. We're probably gonna do the ruins first. After that, we need to start heading way up north and start hitting up these grav ship locales. Because these are super important. So we're going to hit up the ancient reactor, and then if we don't get any more, we'll hit up the frozen terraformer. Because we desperately need those grav cores. So I think that'll be our plan. Our plan. Research prosthetics, please. And then if we can get it right now, we might do bionics as well. Actually being rage baited by the game? What? What do you mean by that? Might as well use these. The dressers and the wardrobes to actually store clothing. Oh, an ice age. Atmospheric conditions of the planet dramatically change, resulting in a significant drop in temperature. Flora and fauna will suffer from these changes as biomes shift to their colder counterparts. Resources become scarce, forcing factions into conflict. This will last anywhere between a season to several years. There's an ice age, ladies and gentlemen. Which means it's going to get even colder on this Arctic map. Let's just hunt up some animals while we have the capability to do so. No, don't leave. Stop leaving. You fucking animals. Luckily, we have no reason to stay here. Oh, hello. Allow 4 things across the map. 3. Your prosthetics. Where is bionics? After fabrication. Okay, that's annoying. Well, whatever. Start making some prosthetics. So we need a prosthetic nose. And that's it. Make 1 prosthetic nose, please. Ben, can we not? Because that can cause a lot of social fights. That's why I always clear those. Otherwise, anything that is a danger to the base or to my people are the only things I'll clear. Hey, the Alpha Thrumbo. I haven't seen this yet. Please put the books where they belong. But I tell you what, any raiders are not going to last very long outside. And luckily, our little ship remains nice and warm. Everything is horrible for Avery. Because Avery does not conform to our ideology. Oops. I made too much food. It cut up. Ben, where are you? Thank you. Raid the Chittering Swarm. 29 people. Not ideal. Please hold the humans before they start stinking up the place. Ben! Do your job. Where the fuck did they ever put that mech link? Where'd you dumbasses put it? Where the fuck did they put it? Enough with your fucking tantrum. Shit, where the fuck did they put the mech link? Fine. Oh, I see it. Never mind. Forgot this one existed. There's the mech link. Who should we give the mech link to? Soul? Soul. Soul. Install mech link. And become a mechanator. You stupid fucking thing. Well, this is a construction robot. It'll fix its fuck up. Okay, research. Basic mech tech. Need to set this up real quick. We can't do anything else, right? But what we can do is put down a mech recharger so that robot can charge himself. Are we close to our limit? Yeah, we are. What? I don't have batteries unlocked? Distress signal from Orion insulation, which oddly enough we're hostile with? What? Whatever. The room is sterile. How much cloth do we have? Not a lot. Unfortunate. You gotta say, the world really doesn't look that much different, does it? The little thing I learned the other day is if you're using power in your base, you may be familiar with the bzz event, where basically shit goes tits up and all the batteries discharge all their shit, everything gets set on fire, you know, the whole shebang, everything kind of sucks in life. Turns out if you use hidden conduits, for whatever reason, it prevents the event from ever occurring. I don't know why, but it's a thing. So if you're sick of your batteries always being drained because of that event, just replace every single conduit in your base with the hidden conduits. Because apparently electrical physics does not apply to buried conduits. I don't exactly know the physics behind this specific detail, but it's interesting to say the least. And it's something that I've been meaning to do in my own base for a while. There. That is specifically why I have the mod that makes it so that solar flare events never happen. Because fuck that stupid shit. The entire base is getting quite cold. Very quickly. The stream probably isn't going to last much longer. I kind of planned to stop at 2:20 and it's now 2:21, so we'll probably be cutting off the stream here, ladies and gentlemen. So I hope you guys enjoyed. And, oh. Why are you outside of the base? Look at that fucking fox. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys are looking forward to tomorrow's stream at noon Central Standard Time, where we will be doing a bit of Zero Sievert for our Sunday Night Live, as well as Monday, where we have our 7 Days to Die episode, Tuesday, our Shattered Legacies deep dive, and Wednesday and Friday with Modded Survival. After that, we have right back here next Saturday at noon Central Standard Time. We will be continuing this Rimworld save, which I might actually do some actual work this time around, and at least get us to the locales that I want to get us to before the next stream, which is the grab ship locales. So I will probably play it a bit off camera, get to that point, and then, yeah, I will see you guys then. So until then, guys, see ya.